Hey guys, so I'm going to jump right into this because we have a lot to cover in this lesson. So, what if you were running a service company, or maybe you have a client that is a service company like an HVAC or a home improvement, a roofing company, gutter cleaners, whatever the issue is or the company is? What if I could show you a way that you could automate every job done into a social media post that also works as organic ad for your company? I'm going to walk you through how I build these for service companies myself. So, without further ado, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments because we will be running through this pretty quickly. But also, if you want me to share any of this with you, I don't hold this back. We do have a Skool account that you can apply for. It is free, and we try to keep all of our resources there. But if you do want the JSON file of, let's say, the N8N workflow I'm about to show, just go ahead and type in JSON in the comments and I will send you a link of this file. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and share my screen. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot going on, but this is the N8N workflow that I've built that I'm running tests against. And I must say, I'm pretty happy with it so far. There's a few other things I'm going to update this with, but let's talk about what this is for. So I had a client that was HVAC client, and the goal of this client was to convince the service people to have this form on their cell phone. And the form is a Google form, which is here. And this Google form would basically just have city, name of technician, name of customer, and service done. Very easy form, nothing fancy. Now, if you know Google Forms, every time a form fill is done, it adds a row to a Excel sheet. So that said, the workflow that we are working with is literally looking for that trigger to happen. So this workflow starts off with a trigger saying, hey, if a new row is added to this Google Sheets document, go ahead and pull from this list and go ahead and grab the last one, because this checks every 60 seconds. So as soon as somebody fills out this form, if they're on the field, it will come out here and it will grab that and move that over. So now, once that's done, it will call in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is pretty simple. It's literally saying, hey, you're a social media manager for this Henson Mechanic, which is a great company here in Georgia. That does HVAC work. So your job is to take the name of the technician and the name of the customer, as well as the job done, and to write a letter thanking them. Now, I told it to only include 4 hashtags because sometimes N8N glitches, and Facebook will not allow any type of post with more than 5 hashtags. And even I found out that even if I have 5 hashtags, they will still push back on me, which is very strange. So I say 4. So it's just how it works. Now, this is kind of neat because I'm using the output of this Sheets trigger. So if I execute this, it's going to grab the last job, Jacob working with me, furnace repair, and it's going to fill all this in. So we are now saying, hey, I want you to thank the customer for allowing our technician to come into their home. We're adding the city to that. So it'd be like, hey, thanks, Jacob, for allowing, thanks, Nathan, for allowing Jacob to come into your Atlanta home to do furnace repair. And then it kind of adds a CTA at the end as well. And just like, hey, if you want furnace repair, go ahead and give us a call. So that's basically how it works. Now, once that is done, we are going to generate an image with Gemini. Now, Gemini is the same thing. So if the service technician's out there with the customer and they're doing like a selfie or something, I want to use that image in the social media post. So I'm telling it, hey, use this image that you got and the brand kit and make a infographic that literally says, and I'm telling it what to say, thank you, customer, for allowing technician to your city home. Now it asks them, are you looking for reliable HVAC services in that same city? Send us a message. We're here to help you. We're here to keep you comfortable. And I'm using that across everything. I'm asking it, do not include logos, because whenever we try to include logos in a Gemini type of image, if you use Gemini a lot, you know it like me. It always ruins the logo. It tries to make its own. Only use these 3 colors. That's the colors of the brand. So now that we have that, Gemini will create the image, upload it to Google Drive, and then use that to send a social media post to Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And the social media post will basically just grabbing that content that Gemini wrote, thanking the customer. So what we're doing is we're literally grabbing the information that OpenAI wrote as the message model, and then we are grabbing the image that Gemini just created, and we're using that to schedule a free slot. So now that we have our output here, let's go ahead and execute this step and see what it comes out to. So this is going to basically create just the content side of the social media. And the cool thing is, once we're done with just content and static image, I can literally bring in one of my favorite tools, which is HeyGen. If I have an avatar of somebody in this company, and I can have them on YouTube thanking that customer verbally as an image, as a video, in a reel, and literally every job will be the same thing. Every job will get a static post like this that will be scheduled, and then it will get a video post on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram that will also be scheduled. So they go out and do one job. You have 2 social media posts, both of them at CTAs, like, hey, if you want the same service done. That way you can share it, tag them in it. If you have their information, their friends will see it. Really, really good advertising, and it's free, right? It's free. So here we go. We have the output. From all of us at Henson Mechanical, thank you, Nathan Johnson, for welcoming our technician Jacob into your Atlanta home and allowing him to provide furnace repair. We appreciate your trust and are glad we could keep you comfortable. Hashtags perfect. Love it. So we now have the text. Now we're going to go to Gemini and say, hey, go ahead and create this image. Okay, now let's jump over here to the next thing, which is creating the image. And we're going to execute this. Again, we are telling this to do a few things. Thanking the customer for having a technician come out, blah, 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 blah. Now this is red, which is very strange. So I'm gonna have to redo this, which is fine. We can redo this. I think I've changed the Google Sheets document. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, thank you. We want to thank, and I'm gonna say name of customer. We're gonna grab that. Put it here. We want to thank name of customer for allowing name of technician to come into your city, home, and help you with your service, furnace repair. This is what we do best. And we'll just say something like, this is what we do best, and we are always thrilled to serve and keep your home comfortable. Now I'm going to add a CTA, so I'm just going to say need, and I'm going to go back to that job that just happened. So in case somebody's reading this, so now I'm going to say, hey, do you need job? Question mark. Call us at, or I could say, leave a message below. We are always here to keep you comfortable. And there we go. Do not use logos. Great. Using 3 colors. Great. Cute. So let's see what image this comes up with. It's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be red, white, and blue because those are the logo images. And when we get this out there, it should look pretty rocking. And then once that's done, oh, there we go. It's pretty quick, actually. Thank you, Nathan Johnson, for allowing Jacob to your Atlanta home for your furnace repair. This is what we do best, and we also deserve keep you comfortable. Love it. So now we have the image. So now that image is there, the last stage is going to be uploading these to Blotato. If you do not know what Blotato is, it is one of my favorite tools for scheduling social media on these platforms. So I am going to just go ahead and press play here. So it's going to take the image, upload it to Google Drive, get that image URL, add it, and then schedule it for Instagram. I'm not going to schedule these other ones because this is not a real customer, it's me. So I'm going to go to Blotato, and I want to show you guys that, this is going to be in my calendar now that I've created it. So once I get through it, there it is. Henson Heating Air, blah, blah, blah. From all of us at Henson Heating and Air, thank you, Nathan Johnson, for welcoming our technician Jacob into your Atlanta home and allowing him to provide furnace repair. We appreciate your trust and are glad we could help keep you comfortable. So pretty awesome, so awesome. I'm going to have to delete this because I do not want this posting. But you can see how this works. It's pretty amazing. So now, if I can just train the technicians to go out and fill this form out, it'll be even better if they had a selfie of themselves or they uploaded an image, because then the graphic would use that image as well. But let's say this is done, but I want to keep going. I would just literally use that same type of verbiage. I would possibly go and open up another OpenAI prompt. I would message a model. We're going to use maybe 5.2. And I'm going to say something along the lines of, let's generate a 40-second audio, 40-second, I would say audio clip. We're going to do a 40-second script using the social media, this message here. And I'm going to go back and grab this first one. So make sure it's an audio script using the social message here. This will be used by 11 labs, so do not include any special care or response text. So we don't want it to respond to us and be like, sure, here you go. We want this just to be a script and that's it. So now we have this as our audio script. So now that we have this ready, I'm going to go ahead and paste my Hagen setup here. And I love that you can paste the JSON files in here, because otherwise just writing all this out, because this is going to have my Hagen API, avatar ID, my voice ID from 11 labs, no background image. And then, this is going to have my script using the video agent that tells Hagen what I need. And it's going to have that 1 hour wait step for all the videos to get done. And after that is all done, we have the get video. This step I do not need. I do not need that. We just need to get the video, and we need to, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Great. That'll be the get. That will get me the URL for the video. Then I would just use that URL to, once again, post to social media. So I would basically grab these three, copy, and paste them here. And we were just going to rinse and repeat in a sense. But in this case, we're doing more than just Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, because this will be a video. Since we're using a video, we can do more than Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We can throw in, TikTok. We can throw in YouTube. So now we have all these other examples or things that we can do with Blotato. I can grab my YouTube channel. I can select, whatever, if he has a YouTube channel, and give it a title. And so for the sake of this video not being too long, the goal of this whole thing for me to show you is that this is an agent that you can build for your service company, or it's something that we can build for you. Or if you are watching this as an agency or a agentic AI workflow creator, this is something that you can easily put in place, and it will automate their work and add another layer to the social media and organic reach that they otherwise would not have. Now, if I'm working with a new service company, I'm going to create something like this with the form. I'm going to also have a automatic blogging agent that's writing blogs every day and adding those to social media as well. And I'm also going to have one more agent that's going to be researching and posting every time there is a good feedback on Google or something like that. So those three agents alone would basically replace most social media teams, because there's not really much else you can say. Otherwise, you're doing like background information, like, hey, here's us having a picnic, blah, 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 blah. Even that I can automate by very similarly making a form, having a place for an image and a description of that image. And then I would just make another workflow for whoever's taking that image. Long as they have a link to my form, they could take it, pull up the form, quick description, picture, and boom. It would trigger another workflow to post across all social media. So there's a lot of great things you can do if you're working with a service level company that would basically replace those social media and not only replace those social media, but make them the loudest company in their city, because nobody else is going to be doing this most likely because they haven't caught on yet. And so you're now going to be on everybody's feed. You're going to be posting every day, and it's going to really make the company look really good. So if there's any questions about this, let me know. If you want to get this JSON file, go ahead and comment JSON and I will send this to you. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this quick tutorial, and I will talk to you later.